The apartheid system unworkable. We will make this system unworkable as well.
Worker expectations are high, with some on the shop floor demanding as much as 200%. Although wage demands in many industries have not yet been finalised, it's expected that the mining, construction and automobile sectors will request double-digit increases. Union leaders at power utility Eskom are already struggling to tame expectations despite efforts to get workers to drop their demand of a 20% increase. Many of the trade unionists, analysts and workers I spoke to say high wage demands are not just being fueled by the spate of illegal protests in the agricultural and mining sector, but also resentment over high levels of inequality between workers, bosses and politicians. Perceptions about corruption are also fueling worker anger. The country's biggest trade union federation say they don't have a choice but to adopt a back-to-basics approach to wage negotiations.
Go back to the workers. Listen carefully what they're demanding. Don't think for them. They've been pushed too far. They have come to a conclusion that nobody will stand for you unless you stand up for yourself.
Members on the grassroots, especially from the colored and from the African communities, have lost their trust in trade unions because the unions were focusing more on politics and then focusing on the bread and butter issues that is important for workers.
Political analyst HABIB says worker anger has been festering for a long time. He attributes the rage to a lack of political leadership.
I would expect political leaders coming out and saying more measured expectations are required, not only of workers, but of everybody. Demanding that employers limit their own remuneration, demanding that the state limits its own remuneration, forcing MPs to take a cut, forcing cabinet members to at least be and not have ludicrous increases. And in that context then, asking workers for more measured requests. They don't have courage. They're too scared how the markets would react. They're too scared on how it would impact on their own personal circumstances. And they're beginning not to demonstrate the kind of political will that is required for this.
HAJRA, OMARJEE, Johannesburg.
News that moves. eNCA.com.